Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of AMsportsBALLERS. I'm your host, Martin Gusterud, and as always, with me is Sigurd Grov. What's up, Sigurd?
What up, people? Man, it's game week, man. We got games been played, all this other stuff been going on, man. I'm hyped.
Yeah, finally, we can look back to some games and show you guys some football. We got this episode, we got 3 ballers, we got some good call, bad call. We're gonna hype up some guys. We're gonna hype up some teams that did really well. We got a lot of content for you guys today, and but it still is gonna be a short episode because I messed up. I messed up, guys. Me and Sigurd, we had a full recording. We did it perfectly. It was a good length, but somebody forgot to press record. So,
And if you're wondering who, just go look at my Instagram story.
right. All right. So, what we're gonna try again is gonna be as good as hype, and if anything, now we have a practice run, so we won't have the misspelling and stuff like that happened on the first one.
Yeah.
All right. So before we start, let's talk about our sponsor a little bit. Our sponsor is ContactSports.sa. They are delivering everything you would need for have equipment, swag, or just drip when you play American football. So if you as a player after week 1 are missing some stuff, like you couldn't catch a ball because your glove sucks, like whatever it is, you need some swag. You need you cracked your helmet because you hit too hard. Head to Contact Sports and use the promo code BALLERS10 to get 10% off. But remember, guys, it's a one-time purchase, so make it worth it.
Yeah, remember that, guys. So bulk up, like I said earlier, or at least get a couple of stuff in your cart before you check out. So Martin said, only a one-time purchase.
Order with your friends. If you already use your
you
Ballers
can do that
10,
too.
Hook up your friend and make him make an order too.
There you go.
All right. So and also, if you want to support this podcast directly, you can head to patreon.com. We're having a giveaway right now. We just gave away the first 500 no gift card. Haven't done it yet, but we will. Because we are giving away 500 no gift card to contactsports.sa for every 10 Patreon we get on. So I think we're at 13 right now or something like that. So
we already have one winner though. We already have one winner, so we need 7 more, and then we draw another one.
Yeah, right. So, that being said, let's just head into what happened this week, Sigurd.
Let's go, baby. I could talk real quick, though, about the Swedish game.
Yeah, let's start there.
Yeah. So as you guys know, if you guys watched it, I was a commentator in the Swedish game, and I'm gonna be honest, man. Vikings really surprised me. They came out and really showed that they have a place in that league. All those players really balled out, to be honest, and you could see that in their new quarterback. Wow, is a really great fit. CJ is a really good football player, and I saw that with some of these passes and reads that he was doing. And that was also cool. They also had another American there that went kind of under the radar. We didn't know about him until kickoff. A guy called Matthew Schneider, not Schneider, but it was something, not Matthew at least.
Snodder,
and he had
something like that.
Something like that. And he had a touchdown. He balled out too. But I got to give some love for my Norwegian guys, man. Hey, like Thomas Sindby, who's been tearing it up in the Norwegian league for years and years. Yeah, had a strip sack, that's awesome. It recovered it too. It was big for the Vikings, man. So now a lot of these Norwegian people and Wolf 13, a receiver, he also had some crucial catches for the Vikes that game. So that was a really cool game to watch. And as you could see on the score, it was a decently close game. It was exciting to watch. It was
high scoring game,
way better than what I hoped for. High scoring game for sure. High scoring game.
I got the score right here. Tyresö 56 and also Vikings 37. Super high scoring game. And bro, we gotta make a shout out to number 22 at the Tyresö, bro.
Oh yeah,
he balled out, and he was just moving up from U19 too, right?
Yeah, he's a junior player. His debut game, and kid brought up with 4 touchdowns. Started the day off with his first touch for a goddamn kickoff return touchdown. That is crazy.
Yeah. First touch on Tyresö anything. You know, they touched the ball when they
Yeah.
kicked off, and then they touched the ball when he returned the kick for a touchdown again. And
And that's his
yeah,
first touch in senior ball. Like that's his first time ever playing with like grown men. And
yeah,
he goes out and does that. That's crazy.
he had more than 100 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns,
Oh
and I
yeah.
think 1 receiving
Hmm.
touchdown too, if I'm
Run
not mistaken,
receiving.
right?
Yep. Yep.
So he balled out for
You
sure.
gotta give
I
some, yeah, for
don't
sure.
remember his name right now. I don't know if you remember it.
Vilgot something. I don't know. I
Yeah,
think it was
Vilgot.
maybe
Sounds
Vilgot.
correct, man.
Yeah, Vilgot something. Yeah. Also, got to give a shout out to young kid over at the Vikings there in the fourth quarter, coming in at running back, doing
Yeah,
some plays.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy was Anthony Torch. I
Yeah.
gave him a kind of a nickname right there. I said Torch because he was torching him up a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun. And I think Vikings is gonna be much better. I saw Lindbergh went out with a little knee injury when he got like hit a
Mm.
little bit late when he caught the ball, and he was like on the
Yeah.
knee, so he didn't move, and then a linebacker just smacked him.
It was actually an ankle injury, but yeah, it was a kind of a decently
Yeah,
late hit because he caught the ball with his knees down. But
yeah,
yeah, it is what it is.
yeah. So
In the heat of the game.
I think also Vikings are gonna be much better set when they get their big dog wide receiver Frederick Fjellstedt back. Like he's their true number one target. With him on the
Yeah.
field, is gonna open up the game for Elias Moulin Wolf and Lindbergh too, and CJ Fowler is
Yeah.
just gonna have that big body target and I think that's going to make their offense even more explosive. So looking forward to see how the Oslo Vikings is going to fare continuing on into the Swedish series. Man, I'm excited.
Yeah. Same here. I'm very excited to see what they can do. And I think like for some of these like lower teams that came up in the Swedish series this year, I think the Vikings are I'm not going to say that they're going to win those games, but I'm going to say that they have a pretty solid chance in winning those games. And you know, I think the rating that they got, like top 5 or something,
Yeah,
or they were in the top 5, I think that's pretty decent for those guys. Which was definitely top 5 after what we saw last week. You know, Titus is ranked as like the competing champions. So yeah,
yeah. Tyresö is expected to go to the championship game once again. They lost their against Mean Machine last year, but
yeah,
Tyresö is a really good team. Super athletic, super explosive with Leo Billgren as head coach, which is a friend of the
yeah.
program, and
Oh yeah,
so looking forward to see it. I mean, I think also Vikings can only grow from this point, and I think they're gonna finish like top 4 this season. Really,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I think so too. I think so too. And I think you know, if they keep up if they build on what they showed last week, hey, that might even be a contender. I don't know.
Yeah, semi. I'm predicting a semifinal, so I'll take it from there. And if
Mhm.
they can make the championship game, that'd be awesome for Norwegian football. But
Yeah,
I'll say the semifinal. That's like where I think they're gonna go. Maybe stop
yeah,
at that point, but we'll see. We'll let us see. Where Swedish
yeah. We'll see.
series is gonna be full of excitement, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
let's talk about some football played in Norway because we had 4 games played in Norway this weekend too. Let me start with the juniors. The U17s balled out. At least 2 of the 4 teams playing had a really explosive day, I'll say, scoring more than 40 points, both of them. Let's start down in
Mm.
Kristiansand. Lillestrøm Starfighters won 46-0 over the Gladiators, and much because of the running back David Vikanfjell, I think, yeah, number
Mhm.
23. I think he scored like 4 or 5 touchdowns, just super explosive on the day, and they had some nice. The passing game too was clicking for the Lillestrøm Starfighters. Number 6 was had some huge catches that game.
Hmm.
And in Oslo, the Trolls was hosting Oslo Vikings, and Trolls won 60-7, and the Trolls was
Dominating.
just riddled with playmakers. Did you see that game? I don't know if you were there that early, right?
No, I was there that early, but I was in the locker room. You know, I'm a
Yeah,
coach, so
yeah.
I had stuff to do.
Trolls just super riddled with talent everywhere. Wide receiver, multiple quarterbacks were in. I think they had like 3 different quarterbacks, and everybody was doing a decent job. And defense was strong, as very strong. And I think they are gonna really be a contender for the U17 championship this year if Starfighters let them be that.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, 60-7. That's a dominating win right there. So that really shows that they're here to make a statement. They're here to win.
Yeah. And now the seniors. Let's start again on Saturday down in Kristiansand. The Glads was hosting the Lillestrøm Starfighters and won 47-6. And
Yeah.
boy, the Glads had a good game. Their rushing attack was just dominant all game long. It didn't matter who touched the ball, who got the ball. If it was a quarterback scrambling, if it was the number 10 Chapman, if it was number 17 Joshua Harrell. Whoever got number 25, I don't remember his name. Like whoever got the ball, they're gonna get some decent gain, like 10 plus yards. And so their O line, I'm gonna rep the O line here. I think they can thank the O line for that because they did a really really good job dominating the line of scrimmage. And defense too. Darius Slade was all over the field and just making hits, like hard hits. Like he made some crucial plays. One I remember really well was a punt fake. Lillestrøm's import player, Jaden, had the ball. It's a punt fake, and he's scrambling to the corner, like about to reach the first down marker, and then he just had to stop on a dime because Darius Slade just came in like a missile, and Darius didn't make the tackle, but it made him stop, so he couldn't really reach for that half of yard that he was missing. Really made that play for them, and constant pressure on the quarterback. Like, what's the Starfighters quarterback name again?
Jabari Harris.
Doyle. Right?
Oh, Starfighters quarterback. Oh yeah, Kevin Doyle. Sorry.
Kevin Doyle. He was struggling a little bit, most due to I think they maybe lack a little bit talent on wide receiver. They dropped a lot of passes and a constant pressure from a good D line for Glads, man.
Yeah, and the lack of not lack of talent, but lack of maybe I'll say depth at the wide receiver core for the Starfighters. That's something that we kind of knew about. That we talked about that earlier in the rankings. Kind of predicted that, and that's unfortunate. But that's something they have a full season to work on and chemistry to be made. So
that's what I said.
Hopefully they can make some work. Yeah.
We said that. I said Kevin is going to have some growing pain with those wide receivers because we don't really see a true number one wide receiver there. They got some talent here and there, but they don't really get that Fredrik Fjellstedt or Erlend or Arne August Sigurd.
Exactly.
They don't have that guy.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have to step up in the wide receiver room if they're gonna have if they want to have some points on the board, is what I mean. Like they're gonna need some good defense this year. Like Glads is not. It's probably one of the best defense, but they're not the only good one out there. Trolls really had a good defense too. And let's jump over to that game because I was commentating that game too, and you were coaching, right? And boy, I saw 17-15 at URL over Trolls, and boys, you guys were just answering each other's call on offense, defense every time. You had an explosive play, they had an explosive play. You had a long touchdown. Peter Gordon came in with an 80-yard touchdown. You guys were answering like. It was just a fun game to play, man.
It was definitely a close game. Too close for comfort is what I would say as a coach. But that's how it is. We all have our starting out pains, like growing pains, like you said. It's the first game of the season. We all have, like you said, or like we're in Norway, so it's a common theme to have a lot of rookies. Trying to make an impression and have their first game out there. So we were no strangers to that game. And I'm not going to blame any rookies. Our rookies really stepped up and had a great game. But it was a tough game for sure.
Trolls really surprised, man. They did a really really good job. I thought, like on all faces, it was a really like a team effort.
Yeah, it definitely was, man. Like I can say right now, I was surprised. I was surprised with how those guys plays. They really had a solid and dominant defense. We were lacking some stuff on the offensive side of the ball. We didn't really move it like we wanted it to, but they were stopping us whenever we tried to. So and they got to take pride in that. They were really good. But
really,
I gotta
really
give it.
good.
I gotta give my I gotta give my shout out. Oh, think I already did that, but yeah, I just want to give my shout out already to Trolls and say like you really proved a point here. You really put your foot down and showed everybody that hey, we're no one to be messed with in here.
Yeah,
So yeah.
best Trolls team in a decade, in
Oh,
10 years.
definitely,
I'm not joking.
definitely.
Best Trolls team in 10 years.
Yeah. They're definitely no doubt.
Yeah, just just pure talent all over the board. Like I didn't really see a
Yeah.
weak link. Like get the ball to Sondrelin, he makes explosive plays. Get the ball to Peter Gordon, he makes explosive plays. We got Jakob Riebert on the defense shutting it down, and
Yeah.
it was just a fun Trolls team to watch. And next week against the Glads is gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be really two strong teams to going against each other, and I feel like Eidsvoll has a very good home field advantage, but Glads probably have the best home field advantage because all the teams have to
They
travel
do.
six hours down there. I know Eidsvoll has been struggling down in Kristiansand the last couple of years, so
Yeah.
it's like the semi.
I'll say right now. I'll say right now. I hate that field. I hate playing in Kristiansand.
Oh, really?
I don't like it. I've done it for like many years. I even
Yeah.
played like a lot of junior games down there, but that field is just like you could say the same thing about Bern, like probably worse about Bern, but that atmosphere and like it just feels outdated to me. Whenever I'm down there, I'm just like, God, this field is just horrible. I don't like playing there. But hey, it is what it is. Hey, there's the semis field that they had though. That energy right there. That was hype. I love that semis field that they used.
Yeah.
If they should make that their home field
Yeah,
for sure.
you load it because it's grass, right? Back to Eidsvoll roots. Yeah.
A little bit, probably a little bit right there, but also just like how it was the open scene. Whenever you play in Cutters or Cutters, the stadium that they have right now, it
Yeah.
just feels so close. It feels like no one's watching. It feels like it's just dead out there. You just feel like you're playing football. As we are playing football, we're all playing hobby football right now, but you definitely get the feeling, oh, it's hobby football whenever you play out there in Cutters. Not because of not because of the level of ball. It's just like that field. It just in my mind, that's how it is.
Yeah, I'm hearing some rumors they might be looking for a new field, but that could take 5 years. We never know. So
Eidsvoll's been looking for a new field for like 15.
Yeah, right. Eidsvoll.
Eidsvoll's been looking for a new field forever.
Nah,
forever.
they should keep Bern. That's good.
I don't know, bro. Bern is dead. I love Bern. I love Bern to death, bro. But it's dead, bro. That field is dead. Whenever you run on it now, like you can see it's breathing. It's like the air, the dust on the field is just flowing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Was a dry field last year, that's for sure. And if it's not dry, it's wet. It's rarely in perfect condition.
Very rarely, yeah.
And if it
but
is,
I gotta give my shout outs. Oh yeah. Sorry.
And if it is, you're gonna break it up down on that practice week. So
yeah, exactly. So, but I gotta give my shout outs for like the families though. I'll give a shout out to every family here in Norway, like moms and dads and whatever, who like helping out the team, like preparing the field and everything like that. Because I'm just saying, in Eidsvoll we have some really dedicated. We call it ildsjeler, where we just show up to the field, cut the grass, make sure it's painted right, make sure it's set for game day, and I think every team has a group of those guys, and I got to give my shout outs to you guys because you really make this. Without you guys, there wouldn't be a game or it wouldn't look good.
Yeah, definitely shout out to you guys, and that I think that's for every team. Like every team needs this minimum 5 guys, 5 people. That's really the like carry that contributing factor to manage the team. And shout out to you guys, man. You will not go unnoticed, that's for sure.
Never,
never, right?
Sigurd. All right, hey, let's get into these rankings, though, man.
Yeah, let's do a quick ranking. That's true.
Yeah.
We did an episode before, as we told, so we already kind of agreed on a ranking. I don't know, are we going to reenact that argument, or it was not really an argument?
There's no point. It was a small. It was. I won't even say it was a debate. It wasn't even a debate.
No, we both agreed on every team moving. All the teams is going to be moved around, and let's start at the bottom. The bottom, we're going to move the Starfighters down. They didn't prove too much. Yeah. If anything, they might be maybe disappoint a little bit. We don't know. Maybe they're not the full team. They're probably not the full team, obviously. And we're thinking they're gonna grow, and they have the potential. They have the people to grow throughout the season. But right now, we're gonna put them down at 4. All right.
Yeah.
Number
I agree
3,
with that.
the team that maybe impressed the most, the Trolls, really sticking it up and giving Eidsvoll a fight for their money.
Yeah, and let me say this, because I'll just say right now, at number 2 we have Eidsvoll, and with Trolls and Eidsvoll, it's very close. It's very, very close. It's just, honestly, if the Trolls won that game, then they probably would have been over Eidsvoll, to be honest.
That's how power rankings work, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So if the Trolls won that game, they would have went to number 2. But just because they lost, they have the number 3 spot. But playing wise, football wise, they did a really good job and proved that they're up there with the top dogs.
I'm gonna say one thing: the Vikings guys have been texting me all, commentating everything when we if we're not trashing Trolls, but when we win, when we put them at the bottom, everybody been saying like, hey, don't underestimate the Trolls, because they had a practice game with the Trolls scrimmage. Yeah. They said they saw something, They said like they're good this year, and they are.
Yeah. No, definitely. I don't want to take anything away from them. Only thing though I could say, if we're like defending ourselves, the reason why we put them at 4 is because, hey, it is a new team and we don't know anything about them. We know a lot about them as players, or a lot of those players, but we don't know about the team. So they really showed us that they are a good team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they proved that they could play together. So definitely deserve that number 3 spot. Probably even should be moving higher. But we'll see during the year.
It was an awesome Trolls reunion party at Sunday at the game time at the field. That was for sure. It was fun. And you said number 2 is Eidsvoll, and then number 1 we're gonna move the Glads up to number 1, because they really proved they are super effective on the offense. They can move the ball, passing, running, doesn't matter. They're gonna move the ball up on you, and they got a really solid defense too. Held Starfighters to only 1 touchdown, 6 points, and they've been blocked at PAT. They threw out David Beal. I mean
David Beal.
Yeah. Dove in, blocked PAT, and we were like questioning if he's gonna play. So very good, he is playing. Like that's gonna help them tremendously, and he's also coaching the O-line this year.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's definitely good. That guy has a lot of knowledge and stuff like that. I also want to say, just like this though, I know, like, I hope you guys know how power rankings work, right? So the reason why Christensen moved up, I know Eidsvoll won and they were number 1, but the reason how power rankings work, the dominance that Christensen showed, it's such like, okay, well, they get number 1 spot, because Eidsvoll didn't show any dominance against Trolls, and Trolls was ranked number 4. So it all makes sense how that power ranking is supposed to be.
Yep. I hope you guys are happy with that one. And I think we're going to move on to your all favorite segment, right, Sigurd?
Here we go. Right. What is it, Mike? No, what is it, bro? Say it.
Bro, 3 ballers. Goose. Let's go.
Here we go, baby. 3 ballers.
All right, 3 ballers. I'm gonna start, and you're gonna take the second guy, and I'm gonna finish up because we got something new this year. The last guy we introduced, the top baller, they're gonna win a T-shirt. All right.
Yes, sir. They're gonna get a workout T-shirt.
We're gonna bring out that baller swag, and we're gonna delegate to the top ballers every week, man. So now it's something at stake. It's not just being named the top baller. You are actually gonna win something if you are becoming the top baller. So I hope you guys appreciate that, and let's just get into it, bro.
Let's get into it, bro. Let's start off with first baller.
First baller, Eidsvoll royalty is all I'm gonna say, man. This guy, he did it all for Eidsvoll. He played defense, sniffing out a screen pass here. It's Elias Aune, as you can see, celebrating with these guys. He impressed me this game. Like, I knew he was a dog. I knew he was good, but this game, he did it all. He did it all. Deep passes and runs up the middle, 10 yards, more than 10 yards a lot of times. And also on defense, just making solid stops and good runs on offense. Like, he did it all for Iceland. He carried the team on their back, and I think Arne had a good game. A couple other guys had a good game, but nobody had a game like and he can move. Look at this, whoop and whoop. Like, takes a deep tackle and middle linebacker to bring it backwards there. And he did it all for Eidsvoll, just moving the chain all when they needed something. Elias was there, and he brought it to them.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. And he's been doing that for a couple of years now. And got to give my shout outs to Elias, man. Definitely a baller. All right,
Yeah,
let's move on to number 2 here. Let's go with the quarterback himself, Jabari Harris, really showing off all of his experience here, just reading the pocket, reading where the blitz is coming, reading where the pocket is collapsing, and just taking a step in and then getting his extra yards. So he was getting a lot of yards on the field as a runner this game, but he also had a lot of impact in the passing game. But as you
look
can
at
see
this.
right here, goes
He
on the
bounced.
sideline, breaks a tackle, keeps going, ends up with a touchdown, and that is huge, man. It just shows that this guy he hasn't really fallen a long way from his Achilles injury. It doesn't look like it's affecting his game whatsoever, in my opinion, and that's a really cool thing to see. And I hope he stays healthy for the entire season. And great baller for sure. Definitely deserves the spot.
Yeah. Jabari Harris is baller number 2, but now let's move on to the top baller who's getting the T-shirt, and we're gonna keep it in Kristiansand because this guy, he was everywhere. He was on offense catching touchdown passes, 3 of them. He caught 3 touchdown passes. Of course,
Ooh.
is Anlien. Of course, man. We knew he was a baller coming into the season, and he just keeps proving it how much he's worth for the Glads team. And also, he played defense, man, sniffing out screen passes. He got an interception on defense, and I think he got like 200 yards receiving on offense. Like, he's just a true athlete and just playing everywhere and really making sure that his presence is felt on the field. And he's just a leader too. I think he's a captain this year. Like, he's a guy everybody can look up to if they want to like get to watch a guy that can really play ball. And look at his 85-yard, the weekend's longest touchdown right there. Anlien, man, top baller. He deserves that spot for sure, and we knew it coming into like
Oh
he
yeah,
was gonna bring it.
for sure. Definitely deserves that top spot, and he's the first ever receiver, or he will be the receiver of the T-shirt that we're going to give away. And
Yep.
just a heads up for you, Alan, that is a workout shirt, so you could use that under your jersey or whenever you're working out in the gym or at practice, whatever you want to do, man. That's all yours. And
Yeah.
it's gonna say Ballers on the T-shirt as well, so it's gonna be a really cool thing that you could represent yourself and show everybody that, hey, I'm one of the top dogs in Norway, man. Don't mess with me. So
Yeah.
yeah, there you go.
Hopefully, I'm gonna get that T-shirt on before I go to Kristiansand next weekend. I can just bring it down and
Yeah,
hand it out to you personally, Alan. But for now, just
yeah,
congrats. You're the top baller, and also congrats to Jabari and Elias for reaching up. And we got to give out some honorable mentions here because we kind of knew who was gonna be the ballers, but there were definitely some guys that was like, hey, I could do it too. You know what I mean. And
oh yeah,
let's start
oh
with the
yeah.
trolls. The trolls.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mentions. We got on offense. We got Per Gordon, who had like an 80-yard touchdown. He had some catches. He had some good runs also. Like he made a really good game for him at the Trolls, and also
Yep.
Sondre Lunde, I think, right?
Yeah.
Number 11.
Backer.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
backup
yeah. Number 11.
quarterback.
Yep.
He every
Yeah.
time he got the ball, he was just speed, and he tried to hurdle Eitzel guy. I don't know if you remember that.
I saw that. I
Yeah,
saw that. I don't
and
think
just
he. I don't think that was too comfortable for him on the way down, but it was a nice attempt.
yeah, fire up his team for sure, and
Yeah.
just an exciting guy, and super excited to see what he can do this season. And on defense, they got a couple guys on defense too. I think Yehad had a really good. He had like 3 really good pass deflections. He had some
Crazy
tackles
good
for
game.
loss.
Yeah.
Really, really
And I
good
knew
DB
this.
game.
I knew that Jihad is a good football player because when I played him in Sarpsborg when we played
Yeah.
those guys last time, that dude's a hard guy to get down with the ball. I'm
Mhm.
actually surprised they didn't use him on offense anymore
They did a couple
than he
times.
was.
Couple times.
Yeah, but I'm surprised they didn't use him more than what they did because that guy's he knows how to run with it. So yeah, and he's hard to bring down. But he showed up and made some crazy plays on the defensive side. And also another guy, so you were probably going to mention. I'm just going to mention him right now. We got Jakob Riebert, number 5,
Yep.
balling out, dude. All around the field, man. Really making plays, really making clutch plays, like you saw on that earlier catch there from Elias. Jakob was the one chasing him down, man. If he wasn't there, that was a touchdown, you know.
For
So
sure.
and he had a lot of nice pass deflections as well. So yeah, I got to give my shout outs to where shout out is due. Game recognized game, you know what I mean, in the backfield. You also were a safety, so you know how it is.
Yeah, and also one more guy on the Tulsa defense, Eddie Dos Santos, had a really, really good game.
Oh yeah,
He was so clutch. He was the most clutch player on that field because he could fall down. He actually he
hmm
fell down one time and it was a screenplay
yeah,
on fourth or third down, and he just stand up and
yeah,
oh shit, the ball is right here, knocked it down. Like a
yeah,
super clutch
yeah. I saw
moment,
that. I remember that.
and
I remember that.
he had some really good tackle for loss. I think he put pressure on Michael all day long. Like he was their top defensive lineman, that's for sure.
Yeah,
And on Eidsvoll,
I think that's gonna.
obviously, well,
Oh yeah, forgot about the boys. No, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, on Eidsvoll, obviously Arne Gust had a really good game. He scored a touchdown, had some really really good pass plays. One that got brought back for a penalty, I think, but other than that, he was definitely the top target of Michael besides Elias.
Yeah,
And
that's for sure. And we had yeah, like you said, Elias, who is already a baller, so we already talked about him. But yeah, on the defensive side of the ball, we got our crazy D line who's just made plays the entire
yeah,
entire game.
yeah,
We
yeah,
have Jürgen, Joachim, and Sverre. All of those three balled out. Same with Sondre. Sondre also balled out. But
yeah.
unfortunately, Sverre went down with an injury. In that game, unfortunately, but he really showed that he's been working out a lot this offseason. Some of these tackles that he had like
Yeah.
crazy tackles for loss.
Before
Like it,
he
wa- it
went
was
down
it
with
was crazy.
injury, yeah, before he went
Yeah,
down, he had 3 tackles for loss, and
yeah,
yeah, and Joachim also had like 2 or 3 tackles for loss in the game. So
for
ISO
sure.
D line shut the run down for sure, except that 180-yard rush that
Yeah,
and that Sondrelund rush when he hurdled the guy too. Those two
yeah.
rushes like that.
One last guy I want to give a little props to on the defensive side of the ball for
Number
Eitzel
7,
is number 7 rookie, bro.
rookie,
Rookie.
right?
His first ever game on the senior level for us on the defensive side of the ball, and he really showed it up. He did what was expected of him, but because I knew he was a baller. I've been seeing him at practice, and I've been working out with him. And this kid really is an athletic kid and has a lot of potential to do great stuff
Yeah,
for in football in Norway.
yeah. I remember that play down the sideline. I think it was Eirik Lystad who was trying to catch the
Yeah,
ball.
on a fade
Right
route.
when he got the
Yeah,
ball, I was like, "Oh, he's a good catch." And then number 7 just came in, boom, punched the ball out
wow.
right
There we go.
when he caught it. Like it was perfect time and
Yep.
everything. So he definitely had a good game. Let's head over to Christensen for some honorable mentions there.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
let's start with Christensen. I mean, the running back number 10, he really surprised me. Chapman. I know him as a DB and as a slot wide receiver, and this year he's a really good running back too. I didn't know, but
Yeah.
but he got like 10 plus yards every time he caught the ball, and then so did number 17 Joshua Harrell, and number 25 had a really good game too. But also I want to shout out to all the O line of Glads. They dominated that game. Like I was this close to be like ballers of the week. Could it be a group? Could it be a petition group? I don't know. Like we haven't done that before, and
No.
they had a really really good game. And also Darius Slade on defense, boom, just a boom hit stick. Like he's so fast compared to his size.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You're gonna see him,
Yeah.
bro. You're gonna see it.
Definitely. Now I'm excited. All right, I don't even know if I'm excited. I'm a coach now. I'm not a player. If I was a player, I would have been excited. But as a coach, it's a different vibe.
Yeah,
I'm excited for game always, but it's a little bit more of that. It's a different kind of nervousness.
yeah,
It's kind of weird, but anyways, it is cool, and I'm excited to meet those guys. And I think they're gonna be tough, bro. I think they're
yeah.
gonna be tough to beat.
On Starfighters, we want to shout out Jaden, their safety, the import safety, just a really good physical presence on the field, and really a highlight reel on defense. Like if it was a tackle made, like they needed a big tackle, Jaden was there, and Glad's really exploited to run like where he was not, because that was like kind of the weak side of the defense. So Jaden
Yeah,
really made his presence felt, that's for sure. And also
yeah,
I want to shout out their Emil, the Swedish guy, Emil, yeah. Uh, he scored their only touchdown, and he's a good running back. I don't know why we never saw him again after they scored that touchdown. Maybe they want to save him a little bit, or he went out with an injury.
Yeah.
I hope not. I hope we're gonna see a
Let's
lot
hope
of him
not.
this year.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully he can play the next weekend against us.
All right, that was the honorable mentions. I think we're gonna
Yeah.
continue to do some honorable mentions.
One thing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I forgot to say number 7. We just said number 7. I forgot to say his name. His name is Eddie Coleman. He's playing out there with his brother on the field as well, so that's pretty cool.
And we're gonna continue to do some shout outs because 3 ballers are just not enough to represent all you guys out there. We want to give everybody shout out, but the 3 ballers they get their highlight tapes on the show, so that's a little bit extra treat right there. You other guys,
it is the 3 ballers for a reason. Right. Exactly, it is the 3 ballers for a reason. They really showed up in a different way, and if you want to be featured there, hey, make some plays. D line, go crazy, have fun. Hey, DBs, get some picks, get some pick sixes. Offense scores points,
We want to
that's how you get there.
Defensive ballers too,
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't think we've ever had a DB or we had me last year, but I don't know who else.
Well, Alan Lean, we got him.
He's a receiver though. Come on.
Yeah, but he got an interception.
Okay. All
right.
Still a receiver. Right. He's a receiver in my books. Come on, DBs, we need to step up. We need to step up, boys.
All right, that concludes 3 ballers, guys. We'll be back for next week for your favorite segment. I know you love it. All right, let's head on to the next one.
Yeah.
Ooh. I hope you didn't see.
With the cat?
You didn't notice.
Oh.
It went so quick.
Didn't notice.
But if you're listening right now, you can't see it, but I just traded my hat for somebody else, for something else. I got
somebody else.
I just switched my hat. And this hat I'm wearing right now, Sigurd, it's a ref hat.
Oh, yeah.
It's a referee
ref's hat, baby.
It's not a white cap.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a white cap.
It's not an umpire. It looks like a change crew. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
It's a line judge, right? Because the next segment, if you know our show, you know the segment, you know what's coming. But the next segment is good call, bad call, guys. And this is the segment where we're gonna look at some penalties. We're gonna look at some situations and stuff like that, and we're gonna decide with a slow motion replay. Was it a good call or was it a bad call? We don't know.
Yeah.
And sometimes
another fan favorite right here.
Yeah, this is also a good one. And just a disclaimer: this is not for out any refs or anything like that. We know the game wouldn't work without refs, and we know things happen quick on the field. So obviously, 100% correct ref game is rare. But I feel like
100%.
I feel like they did a really good job this week, actually. Like, when looking for this, I didn't really have too much content to look at. I just found 1, 2 maybe to look at, and let's look at this. Okay, the first one is gonna be a personal foul at an ISO player, and and it's definitely because of the quarterback was sliding here, and it was a late hit, so. Slide, boom. And I felt like
it is very hard to see if you go fast speed. It's very hard,
Yeah. In game time, I felt like it happened so quick because I was commentating the game and I said on the live stream too, like, hey, I felt like that could have not been a flag because I felt like the defensive guy was on the way down already when he slid.
Yeah.
But the first game of the year, they obviously is going to call this every time. It's just to set the tone that you got to save the quarterback, So
is this the same? Is this a different? Is this a different angle though?
Yeah, it is.
Or it's the same clip. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Nice.
Boom.
Yeah. Okay, so go a little bit back, and then go slow mo.
Already arranged it.
Stop right here. Stop. So, okay, a little bit further.
Number 55 here.
Yeah, number 55. Go a little bit further. So. Okay, there's very, very clear, but he's launching right now. If you go back like a slight, a little bit more. There you go. That's when a little bit further, little bit further. No, forward, not backwards. There you go. That's where he initiates the slide right there. And that's where they're going to down the ball. And as of
That's the
right
play
now,
is over.
55, he's up. Yeah, the play's over. The
Yeah.
play's over right here. Or
'Cause
it's going to be over right there. And then he launches like
this is happening
tiny
so quick
second
though.
too late.
Because you
I
can
know
see
it is
as the
happening
quarterback is
very
going
quick.
down, he's also going down, and then
Yeah.
he's kind of, you can see it's just at
You
this
can
point he's
see,
just
yeah.
falling forward, right?
Yeah. At this point, he's just falling because of his momentum. He's going full speed trying to make the tackle, and it's very hard to stop yourself on a dime. You know, only people that can do that are goddamn Terrell Owens and Ochocinco. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that's a hard play to make as a D lineman. But in that case, like Martin said, I would say that it's a good call because
Yeah.
he's initiating that slide, and as a defensive lineman or defensive player, you have to recognize the slide. I know,
Mm-hmm.
I know that we had that situation with Kenny Pickett, the fake slide a couple of years ago in college. Do you know that play, Martin?
Yeah, the fake slide. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's like a fake slide, and then he keeps running and scores a touchdown. But hey, that's a cheesy move, man. That should not be allowed because whenever you initiate or like start with your back, like down, like going backwards with your back, you're initiating the slide, and the play should be dead because if we hit you as a defender, we're gonna get a flag, and if you keep running, you're not. So that's just unfair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
We're gonna
that is
say
a good
this
call
is a
right
good
there.
call. It's a good call.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's a good call because this is also, even though it was late or close, it's a good call
Yeah.
because it's a statement call. Like you gotta make this call to make all the players know, boom, that's the line. Don't hit the quarterback when he slides, like, right?
Yep. Exactly. Totally agree with you, man. You have
Yeah.
to just when he's initiating that slide, take your hands up, and if you fall forward and you're falling like this, like with your hands up, if you fall forward because of how fast you're going, that's not on you. The ref shouldn't throw a flag on you for that. So just
All
like
right.
show that you're out of the play. You don't want to be there anymore.
Next one. And this is not a call; it's more like a situation. This is the end of the game for the Trolls Ice Wall game, and this is more like a situation. Like we're just gonna walk through it. Like, was it a good call, bad call by the ref, and also
Yeah.
by the Jakob Riberter, because this kind of won the game for Ice Wall because on the punt return here, you can see he walks in. Oh shit! He walks in to return the ball, but then he's like hesitating at the last second, and the ball hits him.
Yeah.
Isol recovers the ball, and Isol win the game because it was less than 1 minute left of the game, and Trolls didn't have any timeouts.
Yeah.
I got another angle.
That's
there too.
unfortunate. That's really, really unfortunate for him. Oh, another
Right.
angle.
Oh yeah, bro.
Oh wow. Okay.
So, but this you
can't
cannot
really see
really
that.
see if the ball hit him, because that's what we're looking at, right? If the ball hit him or not. Bounce
Yeah.
there. It's hard to see, man.
Dude, from that angle, that
It looks
changes
like
a
he
little
did
bit.
not, right?
Yeah, from that angle, it looks like he doesn't.
Right? And Jakob is not acting
Mhm.
like he did either. Because I think if you touched it, he would be like spontaneously just jumping on the ball instinct.
Yeah. He might also have been trying to play it off, though. I know that I've done that before once, but yeah.
But from this angle,
I don't know. From that angle,
Right.
it does look like it hits him.
right? I'm gonna go back here, and I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit on
Yeah, do that.
on this on the
Because
on the
when we
first
recorded this
angle.
earlier, guys, we said it was a good call because, hey, from that angle and in the game, it did look like it touched him. And it's a very hard, like it's so fast. It's so hard to call that as a ref. You know what I mean? It goes by super fast. You can't really see if it touches him. But if it is, I could say this right now as a returner, get away from that, man. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna put any like bash the returner here or anything, but in that situation, it's just like you shouldn't put yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? All right, let's look at this angle right here.
Because it looked like the ball hit him right there.
Yeah.
But kind of looks like it don't.
From that other angle, it doesn't look like it.
Always somebody in front, huh? Arne is here in front, and the other one, I think it was Number 2 in front. 33. Yeah. I don't know,
It
man.
definitely hits Arna, but I don't know if it hits him. I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know what to say with that one. I don't know.
Now I don't know. Now I
I
don't
think it
know what to
was a
say with that
bad
one either.
call of Rebert to even trying to catch that ball.
That I can agree on, yeah. That
Right.
I can agree on that. But
And
it was a bad decision. It was a bad decision to try and make it play and then pulling out last second. If you're deciding that, hey, I'm gonna make a play on this, you got to go for it. You got to
or
just try and catch that.
at least just
You
fair
know.
catch it,
No. Yeah, definitely. You should, in that situation, the
He
box was
can't. He
closed. The ball was going to be in between the two of them. He should have just went away and screamed out poison. But in that instant, he had already made the decision that he was going to try
yeah.
and make a play on the ball, and then he backed out last second, and that
Well,
you can't do that as a returner.
yeah. That's kind of destroyed a little bit fun of the end of the game because I would like to see the Trolls get like the final 1 minute drive to get into field goal
Yeah.
range because they nailed 43-yard field goal earlier. So if they would have gotten to that range, they know they got a kicker for it. So and that would have won the game and just destroyed a
That
little
field goal
bit
was
of
crazy long.
destroyed a little bit of the fun ending of that game, but. Wait, what you gonna
Yeah.
do? Jakob Riber, you're a baller anyway. We saw what you did on defense. We're not gonna hold this
Yeah.
against you, but right there, that was a
No.
bad call, bro.
Yeah, but this is for the refs, so we have to give our statement. I know this one is hard, but this is why we do this segment, right? In here, we pulled this clip in for us to make a call. We have to make a call. Good call, bad call on the refs. What is your judgment?
I think it was too close for the refs to say anything else than he touched it. I think if they say that he didn't touch it right there, I think it would have been an even worse call. If you know what I mean, like
I know.
just a situational
I know
right
what you mean.
there. One
Yeah.
just the iceful guys just reacting, jumping on the ball, him being that close, everything happening so fast. I think they're just gonna have to say. I think none of the refs was even. It was gonna be impossible for them to really clearly see if he touched that ball or not because he was too close. He was just if he didn't touch it, it was this much. So I think a good
Exactly,
call.
and that's yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I
Keep
think a
going.
good call just because it was too close to call.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there, and I don't like to say it, but I gotta say it. It's because he, like you said, he put himself in that situation where they made a very hard decision for the refs, and if they didn't make a call there, that might have been a brawl. I don't even know because we had some heated up players during that game, and so did the Trolls, and it would have. I don't know. I don't think it would have been nice. So in that situation, it was. I have to say, good call too. I know that it's going to sound biased, obviously, because I'm a coach for high school. But hey, on this show, I'm always neutral. I always am. I always am neutral. So,
People like that. All right.
yeah,
I'm gonna take off my hat, and we're gonna conclude good call, bad call for this time.
there we
And
go.
If
There
you
we
have
go.
any good, if you have after a game week, if you have any calls we want to take an extra look at, try to send them in like as soon as possible. You know what I mean? Like after the game
Yep.
is finished, try to send it in. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. That concludes our show. Actually, we don't have too much to
Yeah.
talk about. We shouted out the guys. We had the 3 ballers. We had some good call, bad call. It's not gonna be the long ass episodes anymore. We're gonna have to put them in a shorter schedule because
Yeah.
both of us we got shit going on. But at
Yeah.
least we
And
did
now
it
we
right.
also have to pump out and now we also are trying and have to pump out episodes after every game week. So
Trying.
they have to be shorter. You know what I mean? They have to be shorter because we all got jobs. This is a hobby,
Yeah.
making no money from this. So yep.
The next segment you're gonna find in patreon.com because it's gonna be me and Sigurd predicting the scores for next week. We're not gonna include that in every episode. We might do it in a few, but we're gonna definitely include it in patreon.com. So if you want to be a part of that, if you want to hear our predictions of the next game, just scores and stuff like that, head to patreon.com/AMsportsTV and join the party, bro. All right.
Here we go.
All right.
Yeah.
One more thing.
One more thing to do. There we go.
Ball out.
Ball out.